Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is me farmer EnvoyXtreme. Here we are back on Beylerron on Farm Simulator 22, where we've been busy doing some contract work. So what I'm going to do now is show you a montage of what we've done, including some field work and contracts. And then we will go from there and get the rest of the farming done. So here we are, and as you can see, we've been very busy, including we've got pretty much no money left, and that is because of two things. One, which you may have seen in the time-lapse if you were eagle-eyed enough, we've got a brand new tractor. We swapped across, and we got this baby here. We've got the little Massey here. We got the Massey MFS 285. This has got 305 horsepower, 5 lesser than our McCormick. It's got a nice set of duals, and the reason why is I needed a bigger tractor, something a bit more oomph, around the 300 horsepower mark ideally, and this is what we came up with. Also, we bought a new field. We got 36 here. And also we've been doing some more stuff. So behind these trees, or tree, because we cut some down, we've also got this baby here. This is the, not sure what the exact name of this, but it's the lime production thingy. Yeah, stone crusher lime production with solar panels. That was it. So yeah, this has got this. Sorry, takes stones and produces lime, and we can either use lime ourselves or we can sell it. Obviously there's no set sell point around the map for lime at this time. Perhaps there's a future mod, you never know. But yeah, so we set it to all sell and it sells it. So what we've done is we've turned stones back on, so whenever we do stones we get stones. And if we have a look over here, obviously with the latest update we've got 3 kinds of stones. We've got yellow, orange and red. What that indicates is the sort of what process you need to do. For in this case, yellow, these stones can be rolled back into the ground, so no stone picking, baffle. Let's take this opportunity to do it. So we've been picking up some stones over here. We need to grab the McCormick, take this back to the farm, and continue on stone picking. And also, yeah, this didn't come cheap. Like, we bought the stone picker, we bought the the Lizard 9-meter plough, and we'll go a bit cross country down here. So we did have to stretch it out. Initially we went from 125 grand, which is very reasonable, up to 350. And now, before everyone sort of complains about us taking out stupid loans and that, this will be paid off before end of the year. How? Simple. Maize silage. how much we made last year of that little itty bitty field, and this is my grand plan of things. So we go to our crops. So yeah, for example, at the moment we've got corn grown here, got our grass field here that needs bathing, so get some sides from that. Also we've got wheat and soybeans growing, and this is my idea. Bear with me. Plant. Actually, check the crop window before I announce my plans. Oh, that really ties in very well with our plans here. I'm thinking, I have been thought about what we're going to do these next couple of episodes. 40, 42, corn. 36, sugar beets. And yeah, hear me out. There is a sort of method to my madness to an extent. Reason for being is I think we can get more from the sugar beet cut than we can do from the maize silage. Haven't done actually any testing. Obviously I know people have done testing with sugar beets and chaff, but I haven't seen anyone do any testing involving sugar beet cut and silage. Perhaps sugar beet cut is like the secret money maker, because ideally something like soybeans, yes, you get a lot of money from that, but you get a low yield. In comparison, field 36, you get a high yieldage and low sell price, which makes sense, or it counteracts the yield and the value of it, because obviously less of a crop, obviously the more valuable it's going to be. But if you choose mass, like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years, of course it's going to harm the price. That's just simple economics. So that's my sort of plan with this thing. So whether it's going to work, I don't know. Because now we're in the crop window of sugar beet, potatoes, sunflower, oats, sugarcane, as last window for cotton. Also, we're in the growing phase of grapes, and that is actually one thing that we're going to do first of all is the pruning. This needs to be pruned. I've waited all day, and perhaps I shouldn't have done this earlier on, but just basically doing contract work. So now if we do this now, hopefully it's ready to harvest in September. But in reality, even if it's October, it's not going to matter, because what I may do is, once we're done here, get rid of these. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love doing grapes. I just like the whole process and that. But I just don't think it's going to be really profitable. We'll see how much we get in the second year. Been a bit too with the year. So yeah, now we are pruning. Pruning and skipping along. It's not the process, like the whole mulching, like doing it twice, that doesn't bother me at all. And actually I did get the mulch truck, because before we got into March, this grass here, or what you would call this, needed mulching. So yeah, we've got a 92% yield bonus, so look at what we need to do. Obviously you can do with ploughing. For now we got ploughing turned off, but once we've mowed the grass, we're going to turn it back on. Because our grass field, that needs, a little bit of squeeze here, we're only getting a 76%, 75% yield bonus, and that needs to be 100%. Obviously if we turn ploughing back on, that will drop down to 60%, because ploughing gives you a 15% yield bonus, we all know that. Obviously you also get yield bonus for not doing herbicide, because we're not having weeds, because actually I didn't realise this until I did a test. Actually, if you use herbicide sprays rather than using the weeder when it's in its earlier growth state, you lose a 10% yield drop. I didn't know that. Yeah, I thought it sort of makes sense in a way, because you're putting harmful chemicals, in my opinion, onto crops that wouldn't naturally have it. But of course, that's where you get into the whole environmental politics of the amount of agriculture we're doing, like destroying the quality of the soil, and then everything is like 50 or 100 harvests and soil becomes ruined. Well, that's just simple environmentalism, and this is not a channel for talking about environmentalism, so yeah. I'm going to very skip ahead of that, and didn't really start pruning that. Ouch. Of course that will require us going back and forth, because obviously how we place those chicken pens. Yeah, I know perhaps in hindsight I should have repositioned it when we had the chance, but obviously the reason why I did it because I knew we was going to keep these grapevines forever. Don't get me wrong, I love doing ropes, I've said that already, but I'm just looking at the profit. It's a good experiment, something new in FS22, and yeah, I'm loving it. Obviously, a great process. In fact, we'll be saying that once we've done the grapes again. Perhaps if we get to the point where we get a lot of money, then we can just have a spare field of have tons of grapevines in, perhaps. But at the moment, I say we're limited on space. We're not. We just bought a massive field. Was it the third biggest field on the map? That's the biggest. That's like second. Is that bigger than that? What's bigger? That? Or that? I'll say that's bigger. It's like that's more expensive because you get a bit of forestry over there. And that's what something I really want to get into is forestry, because obviously since, well, at the time of recording this on the 23rd, hopefully this episode will come out on Christmas Eve, I've released my first episode of my Survival Roleplay Challenge series. Obviously I didn't do it at the time. I'm going to leave something in the description down below in that video on the challenge of itself. I've shared it onto Mr. CP's Discord, I shared it onto Rusty Money's Gaming Discord, and Farm Simulator Challenges Facebook page that's run by likes of Rusty Money Gaming and a few others. I can't remember all the names off my head, so I do apologise. Not me rude to any people, that's just me simply forgetting. I could have gone through the fence there. Actually, I think we will stop here for the moment, leaving times down to times 0.5. Actually, I'm going to be lazy here. Where is McCormick? So I want to get you. There we go. I want you to get cracking on here. Obviously, there's lots of equipment here. The Aussie disc carriers is ours. The rest is part of a hay contract that we did. Obviously, we need to complete that. First, we need to sell the hay. We've got 74,000 litres of hay in total, using mostly 180 centimetre bales. We used our own baler, because then with our own baler we could have done the bigger bales. But yeah, the baler they provided us actually was quite surprising, because at first I got confused because it was pretty much the same one, but when you looked at the model name, the one that was given to us is just a normal baler, whilst ours is a bale wrapper. And hay doesn't wrap, so it just simply drops out at the end, regardless of the size. So, enough rambling on here, talking way too much here. So yeah, we'll get the stone picker going, get you started, and then we'll get the hay sold. We're just going to sell the hay. Yes, we perhaps could wait, but I think the price of hay is actually not too bad at the moment. Yeah, 171 per fowl, that's going up, so we could wait a little bit longer. But again, the eggs, we need to talk about eggs, because I am not liking of how it is at the moment. Before the update, the 1.2 update, shall rephrase this, because obviously since then we've had, I think, like 2 or 3 mini updates depending on which platform you're on. Yeah, price, we're on easy economy, right? Sure, so let's make sure we're still on easy economy, because I will explain a lot. Yeah, easy economy, and prices are absolutely short. Before, that was double, constantly, healthily. Now it is just rock bottom, which makes sense. If you look at this sort of fluctuation, it makes sense. But I think there's something got to be more now. There's no way it's going to be that much of a price difference between sort of, let's say we're in the middle of March in that red bar. There's no way I personally think when we get to the top of November it's at 6,000. I don't think that, so whatever it is, we're going to sell the eggs, and then from now on, I know I did say it's last time, we're going to keep all of the eggs, and we will not sell any eggs until the price is right. Oh yeah, wait a minute, is this stone picker full? If it is... Yeah, sorry, it's all suddenly sidetracking there. Me shouting and rambling, and there's actually... Oh yeah, I forgot about this. yeah, I want to have a look at those eggs. What I may do once we're done here, this episode, save it, fast forward, obviously not saving it, of course, and just see if the price rebounds on the eggs. If it doesn't, then something is seriously wrong, because I personally think since the update, yes, I know Giants sort of wound back on how much you're getting from the greenhouses and that's really harmed, in my opinion, of how much crop, well, not much crop, how much profit you're going to get. But I think they've done it too much. Yes, perhaps it should have been nerfed or buffed, whatever phrase you want to use, but I think Giants just did it way too much. Just a little bit, I think, actually. So, how this works is simply forward. That's a dump into there. Ignore this bit here. It's going in here, folks. Just ignore that. If we go to our productions tab, because this is a production chain, go all the way down here. Got 2,000 years of stone. We're going to activate that, and I'm going to set it to sell. So, as you see, stones are selling. We're getting lime, and it works very quickly. I think it's like, if you go to build mode here, to show you where it is. Under productions, factories, yeah, lime production, there is a longer name for it. We get 1,248 per month. That's going to be interesting, because I swear someone says you're going to get like 4,000 in a month. Not too sure on that. But yeah, so if you look at production for 1,000 litres of stone, we're going to get 4,000 litres of lime. So just at one node, we got 8,000 litres of lime. And if you go to our prices, go all the way down to the bottom, and we've got lime, and the price of the lime is 4,468 per 1,000 litres. That is a lot of money. So yeah, let's round up to 4,500. And if we go back to our productions tab, if I can remember where the thing is, so from that we're going to get 8,000 litres, so that is, what's 8 times 4.5? 25 grand just from that one node. And this is with shallow stones. Like, when I say shallow stones, I mean small stones, not the big chunky stones that you get usually. So that sort of makes some money for itself, but this only costs 15 grand. 15, 1-5. So I am really excited for that. So yeah, I do apologise if people are not like me taking out an extra loan, but I think even before we're ready for the harvest, potentially we can make our money back, or at least get as close as to the 125 we started off with. So yeah, we're going to get that work going on, and those 2,000 litres, that came from 40, 42, and that little strip there on 36 that we've done. So in theory, we should get another 2,000 litres easily, so that's another 25 grand, just like that. Potentially, that is, I'm talking, of course I'm being hypothetical here, I'm talking, perhaps I have my own arse a little bit there. I'm just excited. That is a helpful mod, and I'm really hope that doesn't get buffed, because yeah, before, yes, stones were okay, they were sort of profitable, but not really. For like that one though, there perhaps we've gotten 300 quid, or in this case 300 euros, because I've got to change it back after doing No Man's Land. Even though we are in France, so perhaps the euro is more appropriate. But yeah, so, but anywho, I'm gonna get this, not lettuce, we'll get it sold, I'll get the hay sold. So 74,000 euros, some of that's going to go to the contract, of course, and the rest of it we're going to sell. From the eggs, we're going to get about, 25 grand for that. Honey, about 4.5 grand. And that is how much? Oh yeah, about 15 grand. So all in all, about just over 40 grand. So that ain't a bad shout, because our loan debt at the moment was from 350. Now it's at 305 after doing a few contracts. Actually, perhaps the actual loan was at 350, maybe at 340 now. Or something. Well, it was more than 305. That's what I can say for sure. But then again, I just realised something. I was going to do oats, weren't we? To use the grain mill, because I saw the grain mill. I thought, oh yeah, we can redo using the grain mill here. Oh, wrong way. No, don't tip. Don't tip. Nope, no, don't tip. Good trader. Stay. Do not tip. Man, these traders always got to keep an eye on them, because one lack of concentration and bam, they'll kill you. Especially when you're like me, who overloads it and don't properly even distributes the said weight. But anywho, we're at the livestock market, and this is where we're going to sell the hay. And how is hay? Hay is good. Hay is wise, I think. 3100 for this, and that's going down. Hay 171. That's been slowly going up the last couple of hours, so perhaps yes, we could wait, and I may hit 175. But at the end of the day, I'm not complaining. This free crop, essential free produce, just from contract work, so I'm not complaining. Yes, I know none of these are accepted here. So contract's done. Let me strap these down. So that is another 4.5 grand. Minus that one. So yeah, not too bad. So 6 grand thereabouts. So, and of course, doing this contract, I don't think we get much. 5 grand because we obviously released the equipment, and also we did have at least the windrower, because the windrower they gave us was very puny and very weak. So we leased one. I think it was like a 9-meter one. It cost us about €300 to lease. So careful, car. I've got big tires here. I'm currently over. And we're going the wrong way. Quick Huey. And we flipped. Why did... Oh, I knew that was going to happen, but I still did it. I swear half these crashes are sort of semi-intentional. I don't swear it isn't, but how it looks, yeah. So, bear with me a sec, folks. Technical difficulties here. And there we go. Nothing happened there. Nothing was to be seen. Nothing needs to be discussed. No health and safety people need to know about what happened there. So yeah, back to selling stuff, and let's go sell our lettuce and our eggs and our delicious honey of what we've got. So everything is selling, everything is all good, and like that, money just rocks it up, and boom, 0.26 plus, so yeah, 44.6. What did it say, about 45 grand, 45, something like that. So actually not too bad. So initially we had 50 grand in debt. Now just gonna pay all that loan off. I'll keep that, and now we're down to £250,000. So already we've pretty much paid 100 grand in debt back. So yeah, if you look at our finances here, from the class we sold, and actually what I did with the class, I repainted it. It only got us an extra few £100, but it's definitely worth it, I think, personally, and repaired it, of course. The new equipment, that costed us 357 grand. Land purchase, that costed us 605. Oh, vehicle running costs. That cost us 19.5 grand, including the repairs. And I think painting as well. Vehicle leasing, 4.5 grand. €7 in production costs. 6 grand we got back from the bells. 14.5 grand we got back from the produce we sold. Minus €278 in fuel, and that is going to be a big factor in the coming year. 30 grand from the harvest income, 40 grand from the contracts. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And as well, just look at that sort of difference between January and March. That is a big difference in worker costs, and we used the workers quite a bit, we did here, to be honest. And apparently miscellaneous costs €166 there, so overall we're not too bad. Yes, we spent €1 million here, but it's going to be worth it. I guarantee it's going to be worth it, especially at 36 field 36. Imagine if we did it all corn silage, perhaps. I'm tempted. So what we're going to do now is a bit of a short time lapse. I'm going to get the pruning done, and then I'll bring folks back once we're done with that, and once the worker's done with the rock picking. I think that worker's going to be there for a while, so I may see folks in the morning if it takes too long. money's gone up. I will explain that in a moment. We did some contract work, so didn't get any clips. But what I'm going to do is show you the finances to prove this. So go down here, we earned 18 grand in contracts. We did 3 fertilizer contracts. Also, we've just done a sown contract. The rest, these two we'll do in the next episode, or between the next episodes, and I'll, as I usually do, provide screenshots or little clips. So yeah, we haven't sold any lime, but I've just been storing it, and I've kept times down to 0.5, just for the time being. So what we're going to do, get this processed, and this processes it at a very quick speed. So, but yeah, that stone picking took a while. Actually, in fact, stone picker's done. How many hours has it done since we bought it yesterday? Oh, no, not that. Let's go to our own tools. Nearly 4 hours of solid work. So, actually, how much did the worker wages cost us? Because we did fast forward a bit till today. In total, 3.5 grand. And that's at the new reduced worker wages. If this was before the update, then I would not even go near that. Because obviously, yeah, prices would be at least double, I think. So yeah. Bear in mind, we're on times 0.5 speed. And let's see how quickly this processes it. Yeah, we need to turn this on, might actually help. So yeah, we've got 21,000 litres of lime. So turn that on and just look how quickly that processes it. And what we're going to do now is set that to sell at 9 o'clock. And prices at the moment, actually we'll set that down for the moment. If we have a look at prices, go down to lime. Prices gone up, starting to go down, so actually good thing we waited, because we actually can earn an extra £400 per 1,000 litres. And also, since this is new, it just gives us the last history of it. So March it was okay, April is really good. So, and what's that in this process? So that is 27,000. Can we hit 28,000? Come on, 28,000. Yes, we can. So now what I'm going to do is set the production to sell. So once that hits 9 o'clock, that's going to sell. So yeah, 29,000. We'll turn you off. So now let's go fast forward time here. And just wait for it to tick over that. See that money jump up. Bear in mind, this only rock picking all of our, well, near all of our fields. Or it's the majority size of our fields. And that ain't a half bad price, 37 grand. So yeah, I am happy with that. So actually, we should have gotten more from that because we had. Oh yeah, the thing takes 40% of its cut, doesn't it, bugger? So I was thinking, yeah, we could get like 80, 90 grand, but still, that amount of money, I am not complaining. So what we can do now is to use that money to start paying off the loan. So we use that 250, and now we'll say 220 now, because I'll keep that 7 grand to hire the workers. So when in the next episode we plant the corn, soybeans, not soybeans, corn and sugar beet. So you can see, yeah, rock picking sun. Obviously this needs fertilizer, so we could fertilize this field first. Also, I've done a bit of field extension that perhaps I did allude to at the start of the episode. So we extend this to the edge of the road. Same with here, we extend that to the edge of the road. We extend it down here and then across, and there's a little bit of a step here. Don't have to go too far, but so if we go, oh yeah, also I did forget to mention, I did go ahead and mow this. And actually, I'm going to leave it because we don't need to do silage until, sell it until, what is it? July, not July, actually when? Is it January, sorry. I'm getting confused here with dates. I think it's winter. Come on, there we go. So if we go to the prices of silage. At the moment it's £5.99, which is not a half bad price. We're in April, so if we, yeah, perhaps we could do it and sell. But I'm just going to just keep on mowing and mowing this. And then once we get a huge big pile, we'll bale it, get silage, and then we'll sell it. So I think I'll do this around October time, so got a couple more cuts, so this does grow very quickly. And already it's grown again. Actually, what state is it in now? After only 1 day. Let's get grass enabled. And see, it's like in that middle / dark state. So that's going to be ready to mow again tomorrow. I think it's like every 2 days we can mow this. If that's the case, then I am happy about it. We're going to make a lot of money from the site, just from this little grass field here. Imagine doing this on a bigger scale. Perhaps at some point we could do over there, get massive grass silage, or to be honest, if we were going to do silage, I'd rather get maize silage. So yeah. Usually this will be when we start the episode, but we're actually going to end it off here today. Lettuce is doing well. I moved this pallet already, and we've got nearly another full pallet here. So actually what I may do is actually move this over. And how's our chickens doing? Hello chicks! Yeah, eggs are producing well. And what's the prices of those eggs now? We haven't seen them hit 3,000 yet, so hopefully, yeah, hopefully that goes up, because yeah, I'm still concerned about that. Actually, now we do need to mulch the fields. No worries, the mulching can be done. We'll do that. That doesn't have to be done urgently, so perhaps next episode will be still in April. That's going to be fertilizing and planting. And we need to get all this done in this game day, because if we go to our crop calendar, corn, actually we can do it in May, but I want to do it early so we can have a big October harvest and then plant some wheat and barley in the fall. Then that will be red. Actually, yeah. If say we do barley, that could be a good feed for our chickens. Then we could do canoe. And actually, speaking of chickens, and yeah, so things I've done off camera, I will come back. I did top up chicken feed, so yeah, so it could do with topping up at some point. We did 11,000 litres up, or 10,000 litres was it? Can't remember, but so yeah, they're fine for now. Chickens should be fine for a few months, so I don't have to worry about it until the end of the year. Also, we spent £5 on seeds, so and actually one thing I may do quickly to end off this episode here is sell this. So I don't think we need it anymore. Yes, there's a direct drill, so we could do this without cultivating, but I'd rather just use the Great Plains. Yes, well, actually, let's just go to our tools, because actually, what can it do? Because the Great Plains is a seeder and planter in one. Oh, wrong tab. So yeah, I know you can do. Just actually get this hooked up quickly. But yeah, if there's actually a proper lime sell point, then perhaps we can do lime and sell it. So actually, if we go to lime, and then we go down here. Yeah, so yeah, I shall may experiment something. Can we put the lime in and then sell like that? But yeah, so oh yeah, we can get us hooked up, won't we? What's the ticket? But yeah, both sugar beet and corn are planters, so yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and sell this. So take this over to the workshop and we'll sell that, get a bit of money for it, and then we'll go and use that money to pay off our loan. Yes, I think this is near brand new, so perhaps, yeah, slightly a bit cheaty, a little bit perhaps, since we had to reset the game save after the patch didn't fix our icy texture issues. But feel free to comment down below if you think this is unfair and cheating. Let me know, then If that's the case, then I will do something about that to rectify the situation of adding more loan, then leasing something, perhaps something that I'll do off camera. But yeah, so there's our seeds, there's our baler, there's our disc harrow. And I'll hop over here, TC Boo. So yeah, we'll go and repair this. So this will add 31. It actually adds more than that. And we will repaint this because it will give us, oh, went to negative money, but no worries. So yeah, that's 142 grand there. So if we go to our finances, repay the loan off. That's where we were previously, and we'll keep on going down. So now we're at 85 grand, so now we don't have to pay as much loan interest. But yeah, if you think that's unfair, if you think I was cheating with that, let me know, then I'll back up the loan a bit, and then we'll leave it at that. But anyway, so that's going to be it for me today. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, smash that button, feel free to comment down below. If you want to share something, please be my guest. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, then please consider. But, for what you to do, hope everyone has a nice day. But for now, this is me, Farmer EnvoyXtreme, and I'll see you all very soon.